He looks frozen or anything?
I think we need to fix the names.
What's wrong with the names?
Yeah, I need to fix my name.
Yeah. Yeah. Bit of a quasi-negative.
I don't know how. Okay, found it.
Jams.
Denny, why is yours say podcast boss of bitches?
Yeah, I'm not enjoying that.
I think you know.
Are you going to change yours to Danny? I'm Amanda, the wife.
And I'm Jams, the ex-wife.
And I'm Braden, just the feature.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Denny Browens. I'm the only man dumb enough to get his wife and ex-wife in a studio to do a podcast. And here it is, my wife, my ex-wife, and me.
That peace and happiness might be found there. You give me hope. And now we have to say goodbye.
Ouch!
If there's any bitches in this room, then there's something I gotta say. For all the fools who fell for the first girl who comes their way. I've been down that road and now I'm back, sitting on square one, trying to pick myself up where I started from.
My wife, my ex-wife, and me starts now. Starts right now. Welcome to this week's edition of My Wife, My Ex-Wife, and Me. My name is Denny Browens. I'll be your podcast host for this week's show, this week's event. I'm very excited. I am working on booking a nice young lady with 2 vaginas.
Super excited.
That's crazy.
She is very friendly. She's very pretty.
I'll
She's
just go
very
ahead.
tall.
I'll just go ahead and say it. That's my favorite podcast that we've done so far. I'll say it now.
Are we going on her podcast or is she coming on ours?
She's coming on ours.
I have
Oh.
questions. I have questions.
Yeah. Well, just look at it this way. I have questions, and I've been thinking of these questions all day. Like, can you use both? That would be a question.
Do they work the same? Does one
Does one
Is one like a lazy eye?
respond better than the other one?
Just wanders off?
Uh-huh.
Can you have 2 babies?
Well,
2 separate babies?
where does a baby can
Well,
you be pregnant with
yeah,
2
there's
babies at one time?
2 uteruses.
Or 2 babies 2 months apart?
Yep. Oh shit, yes.
Can you imagine going and giving birth and then a month later,
No.
shit, got to do it again?
Oh, you said
These
she's
are
tall.
all questions. These are
I have
all
some
questions.
Much worse questions.
Worser,
Worser.
as Braden says.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that's catching on.
Worser is a big word. So, welcome to the podcast this week. It's a big week. I don't know what else to say about it. We're a little behind, so you might be getting a best of next week. Don't get any crazy ideas.
Wow, you guys
Podcast
didn't do a
bait.
podcast last weekend?
Nope. Well, we had
You
the
remember?
assassination attempt and everything like that kind of threw us off.
And I was sick.
Amanda was sick, then I got sick.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was real
left.
fun.
You know what? You're never around anymore, so you don't know.
It's been a real fun
Mhm.
week in the Browens house.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So let's do some introductions. You wanna? Let's start with Jams. To my left, it's my ex-wife, Jamie.
You ruined everything, you
Pretty.
stupid bitch.
Oh, thanks.
Boy.
You ruined
Braden's the second.
everything, you
Pretty,
stupid
pretty.
bitch. You're just a lying little bitch who ruins things and wants the world to burn.
Bitch.
You're a stupid
Bitch.
and lose some weight.
Say hello, Jams.
Hello.
pretty.
How are you doing today? You look very
Thanks.
nice on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank
If you're
you.
watching us
After
on
I came from work.
youtube.com,
I ruined my shirt. at the
After Denny
salon.
says it's the first time you've
I
looked
don't want
decent.
that.
you didn't even want to hear what Amanda had to say.
I know. She said it's the Denny said I look decent.
No,
First time
thank
I
you.
ever looked decent on the podcast.
I didn't say it was first time you ever
First
looked
time in
decent
4 years, which is
on the podcast.
I mean, pretty close.
I think my computer is like
It's the one that's lagging.
it's not doing very good.
I mean,
We did lose power for like 3 hours today.
Oh yeah, should
Why?
have rebooted. Looks like a
Transformer.
transformer blew.
Yeah.
ooh,
Where were you? You could have fixed it.
no.
Certainly could have
I
called
fixed
somebody
it.
to fix it.
James, how are things? Tell us
Great.
about the week that was. You worked
Um,
today? Did you wax any buttholes?
No, I didn't. I don't wax. I'm working in a salon for my 6 months, so I can open up my own salon.
Well, how many months
Studio
are you at
22.
Studio 22, huh?
now? How many months are you at now?
Like 2. I'm on month 2.
Yeah.
Not even. I can account from 2 months.
If
How
you
many
can-
procedures did you do today?
None.
You didn't have any?
No, because she doesn't have a spot for an esthetician. There's not a whole lot I can do.
So you're just kind of going through the motions.
I'm just
Like
helping
if
check out
this
people.
were
Helping.
a learner's permit to drive a car,
Mhm.
you're just filling in the blanks and turning it in without ever driving the car.
No, I still do services. Like I haven't done services there. I don't do services there, but I do services.
Mobile
I travel.
services.
I do mobile services.
Your mobile services.
Yeah, I
What type of services we
Jesus.
talking?
In-home.
facials.
In-home facials.
hmm
That's the
I
best
think-
place to do it,
I think
probably.
there's money in that.
Not
James, that's probably the best place to do it.
dermaplaning.
You don't want to be doing facials like in a field.
You don't want to do facials in an alley.
Gas
Anyway.
station bathroom.
Gas station bathroom.
You don't want to do them there. You don't want to do them in a grocery store.
Mm-mm.
Let's all come up with the worst place to do a facial.
What at a park?
At your parents' house?
You probably have to. You'd probably be on some
Ooh.
list.
All right.
But
anyway,
you do dermaplanes.
I dermaplane. Yeah.
All right.
Um.
She didn't think this was funny.
She doesn't like our jokes right now.
A playground would
she
be a
has
good
been
spot. No.
she has been harassed by Braden and I for the past
Oh.
45 minutes.
No, I don't care.
Braden and I have a wager going.
You know, I do have to back up the bus here a little bit.
Beep, beep, beep.
Jams arrived at my home, which at one
Yeah.
point was her home.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh.
We can all agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not trying to make Amanda feel bad. She knows.
Yeah. That's fair. It's history, I guess. Yeah.
I have
I
seen
mean, I
her
still
naked.
kind of act like
Okay.
okay,
I have.
but I still kind of act like it's my home. Anyway.
Yes, you leave messes, make messes, clean up messes, check the mail. You open the mail.
I don't ever open it. I
But
check
she
it
100% goes through it if it's sitting on the end of the
100%.
counter.
every time without fail. I don't know why. I don't. It's It's like I don't know. I
She
don't know
walks into the house today
With some snackies.
With some
with
stuff
a bag full
why.
of
Not
snacks.
full.
of goodies.
Wasn't full.
She had a styrofoam thing
Takeout container.
with all of the food she wanted.
Yeah.
I
And
got that for lunch. I didn't get a chance to eat it.
Which I did get half of.
then she comes in and she's got things for everyone and she starts doling them out. And then it came to me. And tell everyone I'm really excited. Tell everyone what you brought me.
I didn't bring you anything.
Not a goddamn thing.
Not one tiny morsel.
Not a sliver of
Not even
Not a
anything
drink?
that could be shared with him.
not a. And then when I acted like I might eat the salad that she brought, she was upset. Tried taking
no,
it
I
from
said
me.
you don't want that. Really? Can I just have it? We stop playing this game.
Oh,
That's true because you did not want the Greek salad.
No,
I don't know. That looked pretty good.
it was
was.
littered in black olives.
Yeah,
was so
there were Too
good.
many of those
it was so good.
at the
Anyway.
pizzeria where Audrey used to go when
Mhm.
she
Was Fat Audrey?
when she
Mhm.
was fat. Well, she was skinny Audrey too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, yeah, I'm sorry, Denny.
No,
Uh-huh.
you're not sorry.
how'd that taste?
I'm not sorry.
You know what? You know what you should bring him
I
now
mean-
every single time?
Huh.
A 2-liter of Diet Coke, but right before you come inside.
Shake it up.
Here,
No, because if that explodes in my
I've-
living room, I'm gonna beat somebody.
let's
Yeah.
not
All
be
right,
silly.
never
I
mind. Probably
have 2
you.
dozen of those in the pantry.
Yeah.
It'll just
Denny
go to the
doesn't
back of
ever
the line.
want anything
No, I get it. I'm teasing completely.
because I don't
It
feel
was
bad.
was very funny
because you
though.
don't ever want anything. It was kind of mean
You
after
even-
I thought about
After
it. Like,
he had already did nothing's
Because-
for me, huh? And then she
I
brought
gave-
out 5 suckers.
5.
And you said, God damn it, it's still nothing for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I gave each of the kids a sucker. I counted them out.
1.
Yeah. Well, because I
2.
kept missing, I thought I was missing somebody, and it's Audrey. So I usually grab 6 of everything.
And that's how you spent $367 at the grocery store.
Did you put it on your credit card?
No.
So Caleb won't know.
Oh,
Or
no,
he
he
will
heard
know.
about it. No, he heard
Caleb
about
already
it.
knows?
Hmm?
How much did you spend on the Greek salad?
Oh, Caleb heard about the
$12.
grocery store. I don't know. I spent $10
Wait a minute.
and I
I
got
don't know
Greek
this
salad and a
grocery
piece.
store
No,
story.
it was
I
part
just
of the...
spent $367 at the grocery store, and it was a lot of money. I'll tell you later. Um,
You know, I can remember your mother when we were married going to the grocery store, and it was no less than $850.
Every
Every
time.
single time.
And
yeah.
I don't know how she did it.
I don't either. Now I could understand.
Now you feed a family
It
of 4
was-
for a
it
week,
was
and it's $800.
It was every single
Oddly
time.
enough, I think she was getting more money than you were.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
Anyway,
You laugh or you cry.
yeah.
James.
Honestly, you laugh or you cry.
Man, I
Mark
think
this
you're
in-
out of
mark-
tears.
Mark this in the notebook.
But I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
The week that was, I think.
No.
Are you done talking about it?
Yeah, I'm done.
You feeling okay, though?
Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look nice. You
Thanks.
go to youtube.com/.
I don't look
TGC?
that great. I just
I
fucking.
think you
You
look
look
pretty.
nice in that shirt. That's a great color for
I
you.
think you look
Too
pretty.
bad
Well,
you will
too
never
bad
wear
she
it
ruined
again.
it.
I
but-
ruined it.
It's got hair dye all over it.
Yeah, god damn it.
Why don't you buy yourself a nice smock?
Yeah, I should.
Well,
I have one.
I got no argument back on that. I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
I know.
I do know what we
Move
can do.
on.
Let's move on to young Braden. Are we ready to introduce this young man?
Yes, we are.
Are you worried about the song?
Mm,
I'll be
Uh,
honest
oh.
with all of you.
Has it changed again?
No.
Okay.
I put it back to its original. But here's the funny thing. Were you here when I did the fake intro songs?
Yeah.
So I did the fake intro song, and I always make fun of you.
Mhm.
So tonight, when I was putting them back, I re-downloaded your intro,
Mhm.
and I'm glad I double checked because in my mind I didn't change Amanda's, I changed yours. About the
I'm
dick in the
confused.
nightstand.
Oh.
So I would have hit yours, and it would have been the same.
Dick in the nightstand?
Anyway, hey, let's talk to young
Great
Braden.
fucking story. You could have told us after. Peckerhead. Oh, I thought you changed it. Try a bit harder. Cause you've got shit for brains.
I've been in this life that you won't get much smarter.
But you have.
Cause you've got shit for brains.
Hey, hello, Braden.
Hello.
I
So-
don't know that he has.
I have questions real quick.
Yeah.
So it seems
Oh, shit.
that you two have had like this friendly, like you guys have made some sort of pact to not be mean to one another. Because during her song, you sang about how pretty she was, and now she just said how smart you are.
She
And
needs,
neither of those
she needs
are
something
normal.
right. She needs something right in her life, dude. She needs some happiness in her
She
life.
needs a win.
She needs a hug.
I just feel like
And when she's singing that song, she's back to normal. If just for that small amount of time, hey, Peckerhead, it's
he'll
like,
always be a
it's,
peckerhead.
it's like,
But I feel like he's getting a little bit smarter.
Well, he's in
Yams
a better
doesn't agree.
relationship.
Yeah.
He's now an adult.
Yeah. So,
Eh,
I mean, there's still improvements always.
there's still room.
There's still room.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just saying, like, I can give him credit where credit's due.
Back to
I
me.
agree.
My muffin tops are sunburnt.
So explain to everyone you were on a big
They sure the fuck are.
cruise. Tell
I-
us about it.
I went on my first cruise.
What'd you think of it?
I thought that I was going to spend the whole time puking.
Oh, did you get sick? Oh.
Like there was this, we had like in the back of the boat, there was this restaurant that we would sit down at every single night. And it was the same table. I sat in the same spot. And to my left, down a little bit, like on the lower deck, I could see the water. And that messed me up the first day. Like I couldn't eat. I couldn't do
Yeah.
anything. And then in 2017, we went to this Blue Lagoon. We went to the Blue Lagoon. But in 2017, the ferry that takes you there from port sank in shark infested water.
Oh.
I was on the exact same boat.
Oh.
The exact same boat.
They pulled it back out of the water?
Yep.
And fixed it?
I was on the exact same boat.
I have breaking news.
Oh.
Okay. Play it.
Now there's no reason to. I just got a text message from a number I don't recognize. And
Oh, fuck.
this is occasional. So we're going to play along throughout the episode this week. Here's what the text message says. I promise you I have no idea who this is.
Oh no.
And I guarantee you they have no idea who I am.
Oh, you don't
either.
know who it is.
So it's one of
Okay.
these. It's like a phishing text that's going to get things going. So let's get things going.
I think
Here's
we
what it
should.
says. Hey, dear, how is your work going? Who do we know that's going to say to me, hey, dear, how is your work going?
I don't know a soul that
so
would say that
I
to you.
responded, hey, gorgeous, it's okay. Did you hear about anything?
I think since it's out there, we each get to pick a response.
Deal.
Word.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
that's
know
so
one.
fun. I will. You know, I'll
You're
take
not going to know one.
I'll
It's
take,
not like multiple choice.
I
I'll
mean,
you just make your
I'm
own.
not good with words.
I'll take her turn. Do not worry about it.
Well, let's see if they even respond after that, because they were probably like hopeful that I was some 78-year-old man running for president. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. So tell us more. Sorry about the breaking news. Tell us more about your cruise.
It was a good time. It really was. Goddamn, it was hot. It was hot.
Was that?
Yeah, but when we were moving, this boat was moving with some velocity. So every time we were up on a deck or anything, we would get hit with wind. But when we standing still, I couldn't leave. I couldn't sit outside for too long. It was
so
very hot.
Yeah.
It was miserably hot.
Yeah, you never go on a cruise in the summertime,
Yeah. But
right?
Well, I don't know.
it was
I got the worst sunburn I've ever had in my entire life on a cruise in the summertime.
Have you been on a cruise? Oh,
No, I was supposed to go for my birthday.
but what happened?
Brayden took my cruise instead.
how did I get roped in?
Huh?
She's wrong. So it wasn't for, we were going to go over your birthday,
For
but
Christmas.
I didn't want to go on an old ship with her. So we went to switch it, and we just couldn't find one that made sense money-wise.
Oh.
That wouldn't be I don't want to go on a party ship, which is what Brayden had. It was just,
It was tough. Dude, the last 2 nights I didn't sleep.
yeah.
Because that when people know that it's closing time and in the Bahamas, like when you're in international waters, 18-year-olds can drink.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it got dumb quick. And we were woken up. So I got back yesterday, Thursday night. People were running up and down the halls at 3 a.m. having a party.
Mm.
And the last night we were there, Tyler something. I do not remember his last name, but Tyler was being paged to the information desk from 4 a.m. until 6 a.m.
He was probably asleep.
No, he was lost. It was somebody's mom that went to go. I can't find my son. I don't know where he is. He was.
That
in
would
some-
be so scary on a ship.
Yeah, he was
That-
old though. He was. What happened?
Well,
There's an 18 and under club in the ship. He was 100% in somebody else's room getting down, and then they never announced it in the rooms until the last one. They never announced it again. So he was in somebody's room, but 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. he was getting paged.
Now I have a question, and I warned you of this when you told me you were going.
Okay.
Did you look off the balcony and think that would be so cool to just jump?
More times than
I'm telling you, it's
it
a real thing.
and it didn't look far away.
No,
The water was beautiful.
and looks still.
It didn't look still.
Oh, it didn't.
No. When we were moving,
No,
that's
they
when I
are
wanted to
they
jump.
are in the water post hurricane.
When
I mean, they're a week off of a hurricane. Their water, though, still pretty choppy, probably.
I wanted to jump in so bad.
Listen,
So
when I
bad.
went with Tracy, I was like,
I would have wanted to jump in too.
I'm.
But
I have so many jokes.
You would have pushed me in.
Nope. This is weird, and I'm not a suicidal guy. I just considered it not to kill myself,
no,
just because I thought,
there's a
this would
certain
be
sense-
story.
there's a
and it would
certain
be
sense
so
of
cool.
bliss.
There is.
There's a
and,
certain sense of bliss.
and I've read, and I'm not kidding about this, where that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
That is a mental thing.
Yeah.
That when you're on a ship, when you're out there in those waters, you think it's your mind kind of takes over.
And
It's
good
weird.
news is we were moving so much. By the time I was on the top deck looking over, by the time I hit that water, that boat would have already moved past my splash. It wouldn't even have seen my splash. We were
Yeah.
moving that fast.
Yeah.
But it was certainly an experience. Carnival, I'm not sure if that's my next choice.
Yeah, you said that.
There were for some reason, it was the oddest thing in the world. There was this group of black people that had 49ers gear on. And I'm not talking just jerseys. I'm talking about necklaces that were custom made. I'm talking head to toe 49er gear Monday to Friday, without a doubt. Like they were on the team.
Okay.
And there were 150 cabins, 2 to a cabin, maybe 3 to a cabin with bunk beds. 150 of them were for those people. Like they were in some sort of group. And I don't know why. I don't know a rhyme or a reason, but they all got on this cruise ship and were hanging out.
How odd.
It was very odd. It was very odd.
So when you walked across the, what do they call it? The gangway or
Yeah. To get off the ship, the
or
gangway?
to get on it?
Yeah, gangway.
So were you amazed from the ground looking up? Stop it.
I was not amazed
On
from
how big it is?
No, I was
Really?
not amazed from the ground looking up. No, I was not
It's
because
like a hotel on water.
I really wasn't amazed when I got on the ship and I looked off of it. That's when I got amazed because it was. And then you know what? When else I got them? We went into the port and a bigger cruise ship lined up right next to us,
yeah.
and I was like,
And
"This
it looks like
a
it's 2 of you?
sailboat."
Yeah.
It was It was bananas.
What was your favorite thing?
The magazine-worthy water. When we got off the port, we went to Princess Cay. It was nice water, but it wasn't. I mean, I would have called home about it, but it wasn't like I would be okay if I never went there again. Blue Lagoon, it was out of this world.
Really?
Blue Lagoon, it was Hawaii that can't hold its jockstrap. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Isn't it amazing? And where you were, there are people that just live there every day.
So Carrie, her dad, I went with Alexis, her dad, her sister, and her sister's friend. And I forgot how much I hate teenagers. But he and I, the girls were talking when we were getting ferried over to Blue Lagoon, and the girls were talking, and he and I were just talking in the back of the boat and the ferry. And MJ has a house out there. He and I were trying to pick which house it was. And Oprah has a house out there. George Clooney has a house out there on the water. And he asked the driver, the captain, he said, which side is the houses? And he was like, yeah, Michael Jordan's house will be on the left. Oprah's house will be on the left. He named all these people
Where was
off.
this?
Going into Blue Lagoon. So it was on Nassau. But he and I were making bets that, like, if we saw Michael Jordan, we were going to scream until the boat stopped to say, what's up? You're the best ever. And
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
it was,
Oh, hey, let me board with you.
come on, Michael. Come on, MJ. You're the best. It was a really cool experience. It was really fun. It was really cool.
Well, I'm glad you
I
had
thought
a
I was going to
good
get
grown-up
seasick.
time.
I thought I was going to get seasick.
I
I
have
didn't.
breaking news.
Did you fight?
It's my turn.
Did you fight?
Once.
Okay.
You fought on a
w-
cruise?
Her and I didn't fight. The teenagers got rowdy, and none of us liked it. But read it to me because
you
it's my
ready?
turn.
And I just received a picture.
Yes, it's my turn.
It says, with the breaking news,
Okay.
I'm glad that everything is going well for you. I asked if you heard anything, remember?
Right.
Here's the response.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everything is going well for you. I'm very happy for you. I'm Tina. Can you think of me?
Tina, I can think of.
That's
Give me
not
the-
really Tina.
Give me the phone.
I promise you that's not really
I know
Tina.
it's not Tina, but I'm
What
gonna.
do you say? How do you
reply.
pronounce that?
Ooh, Amanda should have done this one.
You're right. You're up.
Can you give me a phonetic spelling of your name? I'm sorry I don't speak whatever.
Also, dude, in Nassau, there are armed guards at every corner.
Really?
I did not know that. They're in like military uniform too. I did not know that because tourists are the only way those people make a living.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like
Is
downplaying
it
it on
pirates
them.
that they're worried about?
Yes, they're worried about like tourists getting robbed and stuff. And there is somebody with a gun on their hip in full military getup on every single corner.
So a gun on their hip or a long?
Not a long rifle. It was just a sidearm. And
Okay.
they were in there like you remember my dress uniform, like what I wore on Family Day?
Yep.
It was that.
Okay.
And they had a gun on their hip, and people still came up to you and like they handed out a bracelet. If you took a bracelet, okay, that'll be $20. Give it back to them. A lady came up with a beard, and she just kept showing us this paper, and she just kept pointing to the word deaf. They said, I'm deaf, donations to help me get my hearing.
Which
and
is a
we
lie.
shoot her away. And it was bad. Like Alexis is a tall, blonde-headed girl, so she was getting a lot of attention.
yeah.
Can we braid your hair? Oh, very pretty, very nice-looking girl. Let me braid your hair. We had to say no to 16 people trying to find the Harley store.
Mhm.
There's a Harley store there too, and it felt like
Did
a
you
little
see
piece
a lot
of
of Harley
home.
Davidsons there?
No, it was
No?
just a store. Like it was a store for shirts.
For
That's it.
merchandise.
Yeah.
Amanda responded to the text message,
Okay.
and she has responded back.
Already?
Amanda says to our friend,
To Tina.
"Can you give me a phonetic spelling of your name? I don't recognize that one. I want to show you the response."
Okay.
Does it say TINA? That's not phonetic.
It said
It
Tina.
just says Tina. It's the same thing. You know what? I'm going to take the next one.
Okay.
I'm going to say
All right, 10A.
Put a hyphen in it.
Number 10.
I said perfect, much better. Thank you. Exclamation point.
You can't see it.
Can you see it on there now?
Yes.
Here's her
Yes.
picture.
Oh,
Oh.
she hit back and
I've got another one.
She thinks she's got a fish
that's a
on the
long
hook.
one too.
Oh, this is where they get you. This is the hook.
Already?
We met last year at an auction. This is the phone number you gave me. Are you Annie?
I am Annie, and do you still? I am Annie.
No, I'm
What did
Danny.
you get?
I don't think I can be Annie.
I think you might have to be though.
No, this is her. This is an attempt to get me to say no, I'm a man.
Okay, yeah. Say no. I'm her husband. What did you get at the sex auction? Thank you.
I shall let you respond.
Appreciate it.
This will be fun for the rest of the show. While you're doing that, let's head over to my beautiful bride, learn a little bit about her week, the magnificent Mandarin.
I'm a bad bitch and I got bad anxiety. People call me rude cause I ain't letting them try me. Saying I'm a hoe cause I'm in love with my body. Issues, but nobody I can talk to about it. They keep saying I should get help, but I don't even know what I need. They keep saying speak your truth, and at the same time say they don't believe. Man, excuse me while I get into my feelings for a second. Usually I keep it in, but today I gotta tell it. Not that anybody gives a fuck anyway, but everybody talking shit probably sucks anyway. Y'all don't even know how I feel. I don't even know how I deal. Today I really hate everybody, and that's just me being real. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, bad bitches have bad days too. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bounce back, high bad bitch always do. All I really wanna hear is it'll be okay. Bounce back cause a bad bitch can have bad days.
Bam.
Bounce back because a bad bitch can have bad days. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
How you feeling? You're still coughing a little bit?
I feel like the cough is getting worse.
It's getting worse, or
Worser.
Yeah.
And I can't smell anything.
Did you have COVID?
We just
I don't
went
think I
through
did.
this.
I don't know. So I had like a cold.
Mhm.
It was really bad for a day. And then the next day I started to be a little better. By day 3, I was completely better. And now I've like developed a cough afterwards. It's weird.
Have-
And I can't smell anything.
Do you have pressure
No.
behind your nasals?
So you put your time in for your free work at a
Boy, did I.
local.
I took a day off of work to go work at another daycare.
It's weird
For
how
free?
in the
How'd
world
that
that you
go?
work in,
Fine.
Did they know you? Did
No.
Did they recognize your last name?
No, and Morgan's. So I've kind of deducted. I think Morgan's baby is there now,
I
but
think it's deduced.
he was out
It's
sick.
I don't think you're deducting anything.
He kept showing me. They kept showing me. Oh, this is this little boy. He's not here right now. He's out sick.
My boys weren't there, huh?
No.
Yep. Why would they be?
Why?
She doesn't have a job. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean she's not working, so they shouldn't be. I'd be
Oh,
more worried if
that's
she
true.
wasn't working and they were there.
She doesn't have a job?
It's kind of an in between thing, like
Maybe
your
this
roommates.
is after the show. We can talk about this. So, but you successfully completed your
I did.
time.
By 7 hours. Although I have to call back because the girl, like I had these. So normally when I do my service hours, it's just they sign their name and the day and the times that I was there. Cool. Maybe write like this is what we did. This was 7 fucking pages of like assessing how I did, and I had to do so many diaper changes. I had to do so many bottle feedings. I had to do so many like real food feedings.
Does being a mother not count during any of that?
No.
So wait a minute.
That's
Working at
They
the
had
daycare
to
that I work at.
assess? Were
Yes.
people paying attention to you doing it? What you described, people were doing dick in there.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. And then when I had her fill it out at the end of the day, she didn't even put her name and stuff at the top. So I got to call back and get her name.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you just describe to me what she looked like? I could tell you.
Well, I know her first name.
Well, let's hold.
Yeah, I know her first name. I just don't know her last name.
Let's hold that.
Yeah.
It was the baby room.
Got it.
So this week we're going to be talking about social media and relationships.
We're all in a relationship with Tina. Has she gotten back to us?
Tina has not, but I did add to your text message.
What'd you add?
So you said, so remember, as a reminder, as part of our breaking news, she said, we met last year at an auction. This is the phone number you gave me. Are you Annie? And Braden responded, no, I am Annie's husband. What did you get at the intimate and infamous auction? And I added to that, I cannot believe you remember us.
I get it's such a nice thing to. We only had a moment. 'Twas a moment between us.
You know, we tried to interview the Chad guy that has the fishing people.
Yeah.
And catfishing the catfish.
Oh, yeah.
And we just never could make it work. His shit is incredible. It's funny. So, tough part of the podcast this week. We lost Bella.
Yep.
And Bella Brave. And I know, as Kyla would say, there are Bravelings all around, not just the world, because remember, they're Canadian.
Yeah.
There are people everywhere mourning the loss. And from what I've seen on social media, I have sent a message, and I did not expect anything back. I will reach out to her at some point and have a private conversation, but she's going to need some time.
Oh,
And, but I did reach out. I've watched the videos that they've posted, and I will tell you, it's incredible how they're handling it.
It absolutely is.
The way that she shared it, the news of Bella's passing, Kyla had shown some videos and asked for prayers, and she was pretty upfront with what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the last I knew, I still don't know specifically what happened, but I know as of last weekend, on Monday, this last Monday, they were supposed to go in and take a part of her lung to do a biopsy to see what was going on. But I guess her lungs were stiffening, almost like what you would hear with COVID back, when at the height of COVID.
Yeah.
And, her lungs were stiffening, which was restricting
Her ability to breathe.
She was on 100% oxygen, and her O2 saturation was low.
Too low.
And she didn't make it to the biopsy. And I think if you go back and rewatch some of those videos, it looks like she may have kind of seen it coming. And she was holding on hope, as we all would, right? She was holding on hope that there would be a miracle that would come along and fix it. And it just wasn't in the cards this time. But the video she put out, and I really wish I had it queued up now that I'm talking about it. Actually, I'm glad I don't. I don't want to cry like a baby. But it was a picture of Bella, or a video of Bella dancing to whimsical music and in a dress at a... See, it's getting me just thinking about it. But she was, it was just showing, hey, and I think she said she left the legacy of this earth, or something about Bella's legacy had now been complete here and was moving on to the next phase, basically. And it could not have been a better video. And then the outpouring coming from everybody else has been incredible to watch.
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little girl that touched the lives of
so many
millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
And she, many people look forward to seeing her every day. So this is going to have a huge impact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just watching, to see that little girl who was, I think she was 9, and most kids are probably getting picked on, you know, for their things that they're dealing with and whatnot. And maybe they, you know, maybe they're getting treatment by, adults or whatever, but kids and adults and everybody loved Bella.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so well adjusted and she was so friendly. And I'm sure there were moments that we didn't see where she was a kid and where she, maybe not talk back, but I'm sure she did kid things, but
She was still a good
she was
soul.
so creative and she was
She
so
was.
fun to watch.
That interview with her mom about
Mhm.
that dress. That's
Oh,
all I'm
yeah.
thinking about right now.
Yeah.
And how do you pee?
Yeah. And and she had so many celebrities reach out to her
Mhm.
and from the looks of it they've all reached out to Kyla and I just that was one I started getting worried because they took her to the
Yeah.
hospital and they didn't know what was going on and I
Mhm.
don't think they still know exactly. I mean they might know by now, but um that's tough. And Kyla's been this medical mom for 10 years
Yeah.
now, not 8 to 10 years.
It's a long time
Yeah.
to do anything. I mean,
And think about the life of caring for her
mhm.
every single day, day in and day out, and then you get the transplant that you've been waiting on.
Yeah.
And it happens and your body doesn't reject it
Mhm.
and now it's just gone. When you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
what do you do today? And what do you do tomorrow?
It's awful.
And
And
you know,
we just want to tell Kyla and Lyle and Waylon that we are truly sorry for your loss. She was a beautiful, beautiful girl. And, our prayers and our thoughts, our vibes, everything are with you for healing. And if you need anything, I know we're very small and we're over here, but anything at all.
even the time that Kyla gave us,
Yeah.
we're a shitty podcast,
Uh-huh.
a world away from them.
In a 4x4 basement. And
Yeah.
they still took their time out.
And
Yeah.
and she took time every
Several
time I
times.
asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, several
And
times.
one of the when I first ran across her on TikTok, I thought there was no way she was going to give us the time. of
Not
day
a shot in hell. Yeah.
because she had so many followers, and I'm like, she's not going to give us the time.
She
and,
loved us.
and she not only gave us the time, she would check on us sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just, Kyla's an incredible soul. Bella got it honest.
Yes.
And so shoot them a message if you haven't. They appreciate that. And keep that family
keep
in your
them in
thoughts
there.
and prayers. I think thoughts and prayers get talked about entirely too much in our society today, but this is what they're actually for. So yeah. And then to segue into something else, we had the assassination attempt last weekend of former President Donald Trump. And, that makes quite an impact on families. And I will tell you, I believe wholeheartedly that had that bullet made it to where it was
Had he
intended to
been
go,
looking straight and not at his sign or whatever.
I think the United States would look much different today.
Mm-hmm.
And
just a week removed. Much
Yeah.
different today.
I think we would have been launched into civil war.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have been an incredible moment in time that we would have looked back in the history books, whatever was left, and we could all point to this 20-year-old
Terrorist.
loser that
Enemy of the United States.
Yeah. And I did.
A real enemy of the
Well,
United
so
There's
I
your
did
enemy.
respond to that message to that TikTok group that was coming after me.
Mhm.
I actually responded the same day and said, "Do you think we can tone down the language now?" And believe it or not, I have gotten 0 responses
Nobody
out of
shooting
all
back.
of them. Nobody had anything to say then because I think my point hit home.
Yeah, there it finally made sense.
And like I said,
We're not
Trump's-
telling people they can't have an opinion about not liking him. We're telling people you've got to stop saying the rhetoric that is just spreading hate
Yep. So
and vitriol.
So there's
It's odd
that.
how that all played out.
Yeah.
Very odd. We talked about it, and
Well,
then
it
someone
was-
took pop shots at him.
I mean, but that's why we were talking about it, because
Not pop shots, actually.
it was coming. Like,
It
you
killed
can't,
somebody else.
you can't
3.
fuel the fire. You cannot fuel the fire to this many people
We killed 3 other
and
people.
Killed 2.
shot 3 other people.
Yeah. And
Um,
one man lost his life.
Mm-hmm.
And
And-
you can't fuel the fire to the masses and not have one person in there say, I'm going to do something about it.
Man, crazy time right now. And the man, unprecedented video
Oh, we're all
available
fucked.
on this.
I mean, this
unprecedented
world is
video.
fucked.
There, videos and pictures like I cannot believe the picture of the shooter was released.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that
It
should have
needed to
been on
be.
Times Square.
It needed to be, but I
Yeah.
can't believe they did it.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
because any other time there's been a shooter, it's all been
I don't care what
Hush, hush.
party you're a part of. I don't care
school
what.
shootings, things like that.
I don't care
The-
what opinions you
No, see,
have.
I always feel like the shooter gets the most sometimes.
Well, he got it this time, and he deserved it
Well,
because
they
he got
did-
shot in the face.
They haven't talked about him a lot. There's been some, and it's actually led to speculation that there's some cover up. And I'm going to say no. They're doing it how it should be.
Yeah,
They
he
are
shouldn't get media time.
You get
he
the
shouldn't get
name,
recognition.
You're
Nobody
getting the
should,
name
and
of
that's what I'm saying is, if you look at all the school shootings,
Right.
like the
they're
movie
almost,
shooting, I could remember seeing his picture everywhere.
Yeah, his real big eyes like this
Yeah.
with his orange hair. No, he should have. I want to see him crying. I don't want to see him
Yeah.
all zoned out. The shooter that tried to take down the former president, who's running again, I want to see his face with a bullet hole in it.
Well, you got that.
And
You
not that
got
I
it.
want to because I'm morbid, but that should be the message. If you want to
If you
level
wanna-
5,
Play stupid
Yeah,
games, win stupid
Yeah.
prizes, as they say.
and the stupid prize for him was a bullet right under his left eye.
Yeah.
God
that you
God
can
willing.
see came out the back of his head.
willing.
And, kudos to the guy that took the shot, because I know they're talking about how easy that shot was.
No
a-
shot is easy like
a
that.
headshot from 150 yards. I mean,
shooting another person is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Unless you're a psychopath like this 20-year-old douchebag that's dead.
well, and the guy, the poor fella that was the fire chief, or former fire chief
Mm-hmm.
there, you know, he took a stray bullet, and there's now video
Protecting
out
his wife.
of him, and you actually see the poor guy get shot, and he just crumples, just standing up
Ugh.
straight down. And
didn't
it's
see
it's
that.
horrible. It's horrible.
Why
and
is that out there?
that's what I'm saying. Now, because everybody has a video, and
Yeah.
everything makes it to TikTok, and everything makes it to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, people share when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's just this day and age.
So
I think that goes right into our topic, though.
yeah, this week we're going to talk about social media and relationships, but you know, I just wanted to get the rough stuff of the last, you know, week or 10 days out of the way. And as you're listening to this, you know, just know we're not here trying to solve the world's problems. I know Ams and Jams does a pretty good job of that.
We do.
Yeah.
But we're here to kind of give you a break and
Can't
have
do
a
it
good
all.
time. And, you know, so I want to get back to that. So Bella, Kyla, you know, we love you.
Yeah.
And Lyle and Waylon, we love you too. I know we've never met you, but yeah.
Oh, we've talked to Lyle a little bit while he was trying to fix Kyla's computer.
Oh, that's true. Just a little bit. I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, we love you and thank you for sharing yourselves with us. And, you know, to Thomas Crook's family, sorry for what you're going through. It can't be easy. You know, not only dealing with the fact that your son tried to do something incredibly heinous, but now you got to deal with that. Plus he's dead.
Plus
Like,
loss of him. Like,
yeah, it's all pretty bad. So
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
parents-
them that did it, you know.
Nope. So you always have to think about that. There's everybody is somebody's child.
Yeah.
Everybody is somebody's
everyone
friend.
means something to someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't mean you have to feel different. He deserved exactly what he got.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you feel bad for their loss.
But there's somebody else that is hurt by it.
Mhm.
So yeah. So hey, let's turn the page. You guys ready to turn
Lighten
the
the
page on
mood.
this one?
Get back to what we're good at.
Yeah. You know,
Let's talk about how Snapchat starts affairs.
you
Here we
wanna-
go.
We can do that. Well, before we do that,
Oh, are we going to use our as resident expert?
We do have a resident expert.
That
Do you
made
want
me-
to talk about the...
Tina, has she hit us back?
Tina has responded.
All right. What'd that very Oriental woman have to say?
Can you say that?
It's-
Let's
I
see
mean, it's
what
correct.
she says. So, this is what our breaking news Tina said. We are in this auction together, and I think you should know what I got. Why do you ask such a stupid question?
Well, it was so long ago. I just would like a.
Damn.
I would
Here's
just like-
another response, though.
Okay.
Everybody, hold on.
We're in this
Oops.
auction together. Do you not know what auction means?
I'm really sorry. I just checked the number I called, and it might be wrong. I hope I didn't make you unhappy.
I'm the most unhappy, bitch.
Now you pay me. I would like compensation for my unhappiness.
I want my 15 minutes back.
Did she try calling you?
No.
No, that's
I
just
think
it.
she doesn't understand calling versus texting.
Or what auction means.
She definitely doesn't understand what auction means.
Probably
So
took-
I'm saying
We didn't
no,
buy.
no unhappy here. I'm glad you did. I thought we met at an auction.
You don't remember that moment we spent together?
Yeah, we'll do that next. But before we do that, you might look at the screen. You know what it's time for.
It is.
Uh-oh. There's
I've been on the move. I took it international.
There's news. It's a really long intro. I have to admit that. There's breaking news
Even
on the
for you.
campaign trail. Trouble on the campaign trail for candidate Braden Browens. Braden is best known for his tagline, Bray for Prez. But it's been a tough start for this hopeful candidate.
I got to tell you, it's not been a good time.
When asked if Mr. Browens had given thought to his campaign slogan, God, Guns, and Chlamydia, presidential hopeful Braden Browens had this to say.
Yeah.
Just one recent flub was during a high-stakes press conference. Mr. Browens had concerns about, well, where his microphone was placed.
My mic, I know it sounds weird because I do not sound right here, but I sound real good right here.
Yeah, the hits continued following that exchange. Mr. Browens struggled with the word enthusiasm while arguing with a member of the press.
Why have I never gotten that enthusiasm out of you?
Braden did seem to turn things around by attempting to convince the on-site followers that he was, in fact, the candidate for law and order with this quote.
I shook a police officer's hand today.
When asked if he thought that was enough to gain support from the men in blue, Braden had this to say.
What?
There was some speculation that there was a police plant in the audience as Braden turned to a policeman in the crowd and said this, leading to some gasps in the room.
Hey, when you see me pulled over, you remember I shook your hand.
Unbelievably, things took an even worse turn when the subject of child abuse was brought up.
Sometimes do you kind of hope your kids fall?
When pressed to explain why he seems to hate children, Braden shared a memory of attempting to help some children, and while running out of time, the kids were not appreciating his help.
I couldn't stay that long because I couldn't fix the bike and 3 kids were making fun of me.
It went even further downhill later in the week when Braden actually did a television interview. Well, hear for yourself where.
I'm currently laying in my bed.
That obviously brought up more questions.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Braden went on to tell the story on national TV about how he's been involved in a devil's three-way. Yeah, you might want to look that up. The night before. Mr. Browens claims that it is why he was so tired. Mr. Browens also claims he attempted to not be involved in the foray, but his cries were not heard.
No. I said no, and then they continued.
As it turned out, someone at this sexual event was recording everything as it happened, leading to more trouble for Mr. Browens when this was heard.
Boy, strap in.
To finish off the week, Braden did get back to the issues at hand. When asked if he thought he had a chance at winning this election, here is what he had to say.
Nope.
A reporter quizzed the candidate on how many votes he had received in the primary. He gave this answer, and when given the real number, Mr. Browens still didn't believe it.
1,200.
You said 32,000. Did you mean 3,200?
Braden finished off the week by talking about what he thought the next pandemic possibly could be. he had this to say.
I think so. There's a thing called monkeypox.
He pressed on that he would keep the country in alert and on top of this developing national emergency by this type of communication.
I expect to get the thoughts out that I want out.
All in all, it was a tough week for the Brave for Prez team. Let's see if they can rebound. Back to you in the studio. There it is.
Wow.
Look, it's just a little speed bump. Just a little speed bump in the road.
Well, hopefully.
You better get it back together.
Nothing I can't
So
come
did you
back
have
from.
32,000 votes or 3,200?
Or 1,200.
Or 1,200.
You also said 1,200.
Well, CNN, Fox, CBS, they give out different numbers.
They've all got different subject
they've
matter.
They've got different metrics that they go off of. So, I think I can bring us back. I can bring us
I
back.
want to know,
Yeah.
how does it feel to hear yourself talking back? Like hear the feedback of how you actually sound and all the stupid things that you say.
I mean,
well, what's funny is
it
when
is
he
the-
says them, they might not necessarily be so stupid.
I
But
don't
by the
think
time
it is.
I'm done with them,
They
It is
sounded- I don't know.
demoralizing. It's
Some
so
of those
bad.
I remember him saying, going,
They were pretty stupid.
It's the way that you piece it. Just when I just go, what? Or no.
like I was trying to find a way on the one where, the devil's three-way. I was crying putting that one together. I was crying by putting that one together. It
Yeah.
was
Just
so
strap
funny.
on.
Listening
Yeah.
to that is just demoralizing for me.
Yeah.
But it's so funny.
Admittedly, that one is not the best one.
No,
But
it's
listen,
pretty good.
they're all
It's
pretty good.
it's pretty good.
I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll have to come up with.
I know I've said some stupid shit. Put something together that we both do.
I think James and I we did go international last week, so we might go back this week. I
Maybe
don't know.
we could. Finding content from both of you has proven to be.
troublesome.
I mean, I say that.
I like dicks. I am pregnant.
It's been so long since I've used those.
Has it? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right,
Well,
Piper.
Now I've got some. So, good luck on the on the campaign
Campaign.
trail
Yeah.
this week.
I'm going now. I'm going.
Try to figure out whether that's 3,200 or 32,000.
That's right, because
Or
that's a big
1,200.
difference.
Dude. Yeah.
So, this week's podcast, now that we're almost an hour in, social media and relationships. That's all I Googled.
Oh,
That's
boy.
it. So I just Googled social media and relationships.
It didn't come up with one good thing.
Here's what it says. Social media can have both positive and negative effects on a relationship. It can help people stay connected with loved ones, find support, and improve communication skills. However, it can also lead to distractions, unrealistic expectations, and feelings of jealousy and insecurity. Jam, you ever felt insecure because of social media?
Now?
Ever.
Yeah.
Remember the part where I said ever?
Yeah, way back when. I like dicks.
Mm-hmm.
So what would make you feel insecure?
It looking like people had better lives than I did.
And did they? You know, you can't
No.
contemplate a lot with no sound on a
I
podcast.
know. Probably. I mean, I did get divorced, so
Twice.
yeah.
How about you, Amanda? Ever feel insecure from a social media post or by watching social media?
Yeah, I think social media always makes you feel
Inferior in one way. or
like
another.
you're inadequate and nothing you do will ever be good enough. But my problem with social media is it always made me feel like everybody was so much better at being social. Like I felt like I came up in the I still remember when the MSN chat was a big thing and everyone
Oh
was
my God,
sharing
I'd forgotten about that.
everyone was sharing their MSN chat names and I didn't have one. So it took me like another 4 weeks to get one. And by the time I got one, I'm like, oh, here's my name. Come chat with me. They're like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. And so everybody was like new and into the social media stuff. And I was always way behind and then there was MySpace. That was also a train wreck. And everybody's like, oh, I have this many friends. I have this many friends. I still
never had
have
a
like
MySpace
7
account.
friends
Me neither.
on Facebook.
I did.
So
You have 7 friends on Facebook?
I said that's what I obviously not, but
Oh.
it feels like that compared to what I thought everybody else had.
Do you think that this has anything to do with like body image and all that
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, I think that's, there's body imagery and then there's like success. It all kind of goes hand in hand where people think they should look and act and dress. These people are dressed this way every single day, so I need to do it. Well, shit, I can't afford a wardrobe like that. So now I'm taking out credit cards to try and buy clothes.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't like how I look in them, so I'm going to try and do this and that.
It's funny when I look back at old Facebook posts from you, like
Oh, God.
before me.
They were attention seeking.
Well, in a way,
They
yeah.
100% were.
Yeah, and like
Like,
and knowing you, I know you weren't comfortable doing it.
No, and I felt awful, but that's what I felt like it was supposed to be for. So I was trying
Social
to
media
fit in.
takes you away from yourself.
You try to be what you see instead of who you are.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't makes you feel like who you are is not enough.
Yeah, that's why I hardly ever post anymore because I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
away from it now, and I don't know if that's just age or if it has lost its appeal
flavor a little bit.
Yeah, because like we had MSN chat rooms, and then we had MySpace was
Do you
the big
remember
thing.
MSN chat rooms? Do you, Braden?
I
No?
mean, I more grew up in the AOL. AIM.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, and then there was the MSN, and then there was MySpace, and then there was Facebook, and Facebook hung on for a hot minute, but then Twitter came in, and everyone was like, "Ooh, I have a Twitter now," and I looked at it, I was like, "This is stupid. I don't know what this is."
I remember with
And then
Jams,
Instagram.
I remember with Jams, her telling me Twitter was her social media, and Facebook was for her family to see. So you had like two separate lives. One
I didn't
on
do
Twitter. Yeah, you did. You had a Twitter account.
You had
I
a
mean,
Twitter.
I have a Twitter.
Could it have
would-
been Instagram?
Nope.
No,
it was Twitter. It was Twitter. And it was, I mean, we're talking about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but
That's kind of the way we know somebody else that does the same thing with Instagram and Facebook.
And OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never had a Twitter.
Cha-ching.
I never had a Twitter.
yeah, I
You
never
had
got
You're
into
off all
Twitter.
social media now, aren't you?
It's dude. I love it. The only thing I do now is watch YouTube, and none of it is worth a damn. It is me melting my brain away
Oh,
right
yeah,
before I
that's-
go to sleep.
That's TikTok for me. Fucking love
right
it.
before I go to sleep,
I do too.
dude.
It's like my crack.
I am just swiping. I'm giggling. Oh, and I just go to sleep. It's blissful. Oh, I love it.
You know what's funny is I enjoy TikTok still, and I know Amanda's deleted it.
Why?
Because hers doesn't do anything. Remember?
That's not why.
I know it's not why.
She
She
just
was
a
why.
boyfriend of hers started following us, and I think that he messaged her,
No,
and she's
No.
trying
No,
to
he
make sure
didn't.
that it doesn't lead to anything.
Oh my God, no.
Her ex-boyfriend messaged her?
No. Well, I
No!
she says no, and I have no reason not to believe her. But
I deleted
if she
it
did
'cause-
delete the app for that, she would be doing it for how she feels for me. So
God.
Have you ever felt?
Are you trying to mute me because I'm
inferior?
coughing?
I'm trying to mark the time for your
I'm
cough.
sorry.
Have you ever felt inferior due to social media? Or I felt jealous a lot. I felt jealousy ripped through me with social media.
So yes is the short answer.
Why
And
did you delete TikTok?
I
After
just
the
said
podcast. After the podcast.
she says she deleted TikTok because I said she doesn't do anything. I don't
Did.
remember ever saying she
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
do
because you
anything.
said, "Well, no, you're going to go delete TikTok," and you guys joked with her about it.
Oh, who's
Is that
you
what
guys?
she's talking about?
No.
Oh,
No, that was after I had already done it, I think.
Moving on.
So the only thing on social media that I think about is my content isn't as good as others. Not just, I know I joke about sucking on TikTok content because I do.
yeah, I really need you to get better.
I need you to just do it. If we could work that out. I don't know. I'm the producer of the podcast. You're the
Again.
social media correspondent.
I need ideas.
What, you have ideas.
Some, but I can't come up with all of them.
All right. Well, maybe you could get with AMS or
He's putting
Brams
this
over
on
there
YouTube.
and figure it out. You have a
Hams
book.
or Brams.
Brams.
Bray.
Brams.
Did he
Right.
get it?
Let me see. Let me
Oh
see.
no,
your
I
nostril.
for
Oh
sure.
no,
No, you
God,
did
no.
not.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Sure didn't.
You could go to YouTube and see a booger in Braden's nose.
Yeah,
Other
right.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here are some social.
the
Here
wrong
are some
side, you
ways
stupid.
that social media can impact relationships.
Okay, Braxton.
That's gone. See, that's what a healthy relationship looks like. I don't give a damn who sees a boogie in my nose. Alexis thinks I'm handsome.
Distractions.
2 weeks ago, we would have had to cancel the podcast.
Social media can distract people from face-to-face communication. Is that true?
Yes.
I never.
This has been like a big topic for me the last 2 weeks because I am back into the workforce and I am coming back into the workforce. Now I'm the old person.
Is that not
Sorry.
the best one to be?
No.
Oh,
No,
I love
because
it.
now I work with people substantially younger. Nah, not substantially younger than me. Some of them are close to my age, but the
Mentally.
age range on average, I would say, and how people act, I would say, is teens to early 20s.
Try going back to beauty school.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it because you're more social than I am. But I have realized there is a huge disconnect with there's a generation that's coming up. I don't know. I think it's Gen Z, but I don't think you can just say it's an entire generation. But I think there's a few specific years of people that are coming through such a heavy social media stage that they do not know how to have social interactions.
Mhm.
Like they can text you and be friendly and bubbly and have conversations over text and seem great, but you could spend an entire day in a
and
classroom
they not
with
say a
them
word.
and they don't know how to say good morning.
I was
or
just on a cruise
have a good night.
with two 17-year-olds. I know exactly what you mean.
And I was talking to my hairdresser and she said, the craziest thing is I had a girl come in. She's the daughter of one of my clients that I've had for like 10 years. And so I feel like I know her pretty well. And she came in and she said she was so rude and she just stared at the mirror. Like she said she was like a zombie. It was like a zombie. And when she talked, she wasn't personable. She just she didn't know.
That's a good point.
She did not know how to have social interactions, especially, I mean, as a salon, like as a stylist,
Yeah. Her job is to
that's-
carry on a conversation.
yeah, she has to carry on a conversation. She gets to know her clients. That's how salons got their name of being the place where everybody goes to gossip because,
I think it's barbershop.
I can promise you, salon too, but I can promise you she knows more about your life than some of our listeners do.
This kind of rolls right into
But
it, though.
she doesn't know, this generation of kids don't know
How to talk.
how to
How to
be
interact.
social. They don't know how to act person to person, but they can do it through social media.
Unrealistic expectations are another social media impact.
Yeah.
People may compare their experiences to the carefully crafted images and narratives they see online, which lead to unrealistic expectations. I agree with that.
But we've
I
talked
agree
about
with
that a
that.
lot.
It also takes. There was one dude on YouTube, or maybe it may have been Facebook when I saw this, but he said that he worked on one video for a month and a half, and he grossed like $1,500 off that video. And I was like, dude, then what are you doing? Why is this your living then? And he was like, he continues to do it, and he got so good at it that
Mhm.
once the following, you have to get a following. If you're just a jackass making a video, you're not making money.
Yeah.
Like Jake
Kinda
and
like
Logan
me.
Paul.
Yeah.
Literally, Jake and Logan Paul, they started out, nothing bad about you, but they started out like you.
Yeah.
They were just two jackasses with a camera.
Yep.
And then they continued
Yep.
to do
That's
it.
why I keep plugging away, because I
Yeah.
think eventually it's going to catch.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we're going to build.
Eventually, if we can get to the right person, maybe it's the woman with two vaginas. I don't know.
Oh, I would
And
love that.
If we can get to the right person that will propel us, we just need one person to have a look, then the second person, then the third, and before long,
snowballs.
we're out there. We have a good following. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking to propel us
To the next level.
to the next level, which
Be
you
cool
know.
if I had two wieners, though. That'd be a cool party trick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a
But
real
I-
cool party
But
trick.
I do think carefully crafted images and narratives, when you can edit something that you say, and you can carefully take pictures to show the very best of things. My Harley Davidson and my Camaro look a shit ton
Better on social
better
media
on
than
social
in
media
person.
than they do in the driveway. I mean,
And another
they're nice. But
another thing about that too is you just press a button now, or you can do something with AI, and it makes anything flawless. It makes anything that you want it to. I could take a picture of you and tell AI to make you say outlandish shit, and from the video, it would look like you would say it. People would believe it.
I
Your
have
mouth
breaking
would
news.
be okay. Sorry for
Okay,
interrupting.
because I have a point I want to make.
Do you
What?
want to make your point now or
Nope.
after?
No, my point is
Tina needs
long.
our attention.
Tina has texted me again, and I told you what she said, and I said what.
I thought we met at an auction.
Yeah, and here's what she said. Thank you for your understanding. You are a friendly gentleman. So she clearly knows me. Maybe it is fate that makes us meet in this way. Where are you from? Now, I have to be honest. I already answered.
Damn it.
And here's what I said.
I swear to God, if you said where we're actually from, I'm punching you.
I said, if I talk to you, do you promise not to tell Annie? To which point she responded, of course. Maybe that can keep it a secret between us. Ha ha. What do you think? Who wants to answer the next one?
I think I want to know what you're wearing right
I have
now.
a bet.
Amanda has a bet.
Do you think he can get a picture of boobs?
Ooh, this is a real working person. This isn't like some chump that is just texting. I don't think I could get him, but I'd have to pay for him, I'm sure.
It's a scam.
I think that at least you started out with, what are you wearing right now?
You think I roll right into that?
Right into.
They're ready.
Let's not mince words. What are you wearing right now, Tina?
And then you have to be wearing something absurd.
I'm wearing my favorite fedora. And my tall
And it's
socks.
not on my head.
It's on my head, but guess which one?
All right, I said I think we can. Let's start solid. What are you wearing?
Here we go. Here
and
we
I
go.
spelled everything right. She didn't, but I did.
So, my question, Braden, to get back to our realistic expectations starting out.
Yes.
When you buy your first house, your first apartment, you move out, your first place you're going to live after being at your parents' house, what furniture should you have?
Bed.
What kind of bed?
Murphy.
One with a headboard.
You should have a headboard?
Mhm.
What about a couch? What kind of couch should you have?
Well, I can't wait to see where this is going.
I should have.
We've talked about this a lot.
I could do.
Maybe I'm doing it in a weird way.
I could do a futon.
A futon?
Yeah, something inexpensive, something that I could just. I'll throw it out because it'll be shitty in a month. It'll be shitty in 6 months, whatever.
I think if I had asked you that 2 years ago, you should have a full bedroom suite. You should have matching furniture. I think there's
I'm also
this.
thinking of me like just me.
No.
If it's just me, I just need a bed.
But if
Actually, no,
you're-
you didn't.
It was never just me, dick.
You wanted the whole shabam right away, right then,
Yeah.
no matter
you
what
thought
it took.
most
You're
most
getting- this is
people.
getting ready to take a turn.
This is going to take a real bad turn because Garrett's house was fully furnished before me and moved in.
No. I said that's what you wanted.
I didn't get that shit.
But you're missing my point. I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the same point.
So my point is that social media has set up this expectation that when you move out, your first apartment should look fabulous. That it should look
okay.
chic.
I believe
You should find a free fucking couch on the side of a curb.
Yeah, that was the
and
craziest
load
way
that
to go
bitch up
about it. That
into
was the
your set.
craziest
Well, I
way to
thought
go about
it'll
it.
Give a different answer,
The
but-
wildest way to go about it.
I believe, I think I do understand where you're headed with this now. I believe that I believe the best relationships are built on two people eating a can of pork and beans on a
good.
couch. Well, you shouldn't be doing it after 8 years, though,
Yeah.
James.
Oh,
Or
shit.
in your
But
30s.
eating pork and beans together on the
Oh, that's fucked.
you got to use this hunting knife to bust the top of this bitch open, not the girl, the can, and
Jesus.
and you eat poor because it
You
makes
should
you
be-
appreciate.
you should be
things
poor.
more
Then
when
why
you
are
get
you still
there.
with Angie?
Do you know? Well,
Well, she
because
still wanted to eat the pork and
you
beans.
because
should
the
start
person
that
counts.
way.
I lived that with Brianna. I had it.
Yeah.
I had it. I kid you not. I remember the first time we slept together in the house in Hawaii. It was on a bed with the
wish
plastic
how well
wrap
that went.
still on it. But that's what I'm saying. The person matters because Alexis still doesn't have a headboard.
Yeah.
And her and I, happy as can be, and we have so many plans and goals.
The
Yeah.
point isn't where, I think people think you have to start out with having all of the
You
nice
can't start
things.
on third base.
You shouldn't start with nice things. You start
Yeah.
with shitty things and save your money and then build up to that. Not even from a relationship standpoint,
should
but
that
just
take?
from
That's why I come to this
8
house
years-
like it's a rummage
8
sale.
years, 11 months.
Asking for a friend.
Jealousy and insecurity. I got to move this along. Jealousy and insecurity are another impact to relationships.
Duh.
And we're actually, well, we'll bust through these really quick. So, jealousy and insecurity. Social media can spur feelings of insecurity, jealousy, and general uncertainty, depending on how many people use it. For example, and this is incredible, one study found that sharing too many selfies can lead to a decrease in intimacy.
Yeah, because we want to see other stuff.
No, I think it's if you're sharing too many selfies, you're putting yourself out for other fishies to nibble. If you're
Other fishies to nibble.
if you are
Wow.
constantly posting pictures of yourself, just yourself,
Yeah, James.
that says to me that you are still on the hunt.
Are you still looking, James?
I haven't posted a selfie in I don't know how long.
Are you hoping that other fishies try and nibble?
Are they rich fishies?
What are you posting?
She's looking for some sharks now. She's over fishies.
I'm looking for a motherfucking shark.
So, but I that is a great point, and I think you're right. I think if you do put out selfies, because nobody ever puts out a bad selfie, or if they do, they just don't understand
and
what it
why-
looks like.
Why are you sharing a picture of yourself with the world?
And why are you
if
doing
you
it
are
constantly?
if you are in a happy relationship.
It's a good point.
If you are in a happy partner, then share pictures of you and your partner. Share pictures of your partner. Share pictures of your family, your kids, your dogs,
Like I do like a good selfie every now
the
and then.
food that your partner
That's
made
her
you.
whore side coming out.
A selfie every now and then is one thing. Selfies constantly says, I'll be searching and I'm not happy.
Well, when I start posting a whole bunch of fucking selfies, I guess we'll know where I stand.
We will. Someone else won't. What's the next bullet point?
Are you waiting
I
for
have
Tina?
breaking news from Tina.
And he says, I'm
She says,
the reason the
"Oops,
podcast.
I
what
gotta
do you want to know?" And then I got that picture.
I want to know what's under that.
Oh,
you got
there's
another one.
Maybe you can also share your photos with me.
Honey, you
Hit me.
were born for this. No, he has a slew of pictures in his fucking inbox.
I do?
Not inbox, in your phone.
Of me? Oh, I do. Yes, you're right. Let me send this. This podcast is going to hell now.
What is it?
All because of
I-
Tina.
Is it really? Can I see it?
Sure.
I'm sure he sent them to you, probably.
No, I haven't sent them to anyone.
Okay, well, never mind. You just describe it to me, I guess. What's that, dude? Is that you and Brandon mixed? What is that?
He actually-
How'd you do that?
He sent that to Audrey.
No, I never sent it.
Oh,
No,
he
as I
took
was-
it for Audrey.
Yeah.
She's
That's-
gonna come back and say,
that's-
"Ooh, just as handsome as I remember."
That's your old man figuring out Snapchat. I always had a
Mm.
thing for the bald ones.
Goodness gracious, dude! You look like a monster.
You know what? I think we got to scrap the rest of these. Jealousy and insecurity, we talked about. Body image issues, we've talked about already. And privacy. Couples may face challenges around deciding what to post online and understanding how to reach sorry, my computer screen froze. How to respect each other's privacy. So,
So you don't air your dirty laundry out on Facebook?
yeah, too many people do that.
I have a nah, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I don't think she.
I have
should.
a person that I knew way back in the day that airs out some dirty laundry on Facebook still to this day.
I think we
Like,
all know
relationship drama that, I mean, again, I haven't seen her in 10 years. Oh, I'm going to go look. I'm going to go figure out who these people are
Oh yeah.
because it's juicy.
Comical.
It's juicy drama about her husband being parked at
somebody.
this
JN,
girl's house all night.
Juicy
Ooh.
news.
I don't think that's a real
Mine
abbreviation.
mine passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Um,
That's been a while. What a horrible.
Yeah.
Why do you got to bring the?
Why is that
I
I
don't
don't know.
know,
That's
that's
really
really
the only person
Well,
I
you
knew
know
that
what?
aired all the dirty laundry.
Speaking of juicy news,
It's the most wonderful time
of this goddamn podcast.
Did you really think this was going to be a feel-good segment?
Are you insane like me?
Welcome to Relationship Advice with Ams
and Jams. Well, you asked for our advice.
We just hope you're ready for brutal honesty.
Brutal it shall be.
Tell me about Tina first, though.
So Tina just responded to my text. I sent her a picture of myself bald with a mustache. And I said, "Remember me now?" She responded, "I'm sorry. Maybe I can't remember it right now, but I'd love to get to know you again. It might be more fun, don't you think?"
Here's my wiener.
I'm going to send her one that I used to send you guys.
That's what I was saying.
Do you happen to be a doctor?
Dear Ams and Jams, I am writing my very first book, and my husband seems to not give a shit.
Most of them don't.
I'm definitely not expecting him to read it. He's not a reader, and the genre wouldn't even be up his alley to begin with.
Are you writing a spicy novel? I would like to read it.
But what hurts is that he hasn't shown any sort of interest. He hasn't even asked what it's about. I feel kind of silly being upset about it, but I know for a fact that if one of his friends was working on a book, he would have shown at least the most basic level of interest and asked what the plot was. I've been working on it for slightly over a year, and not a single question from him. There is an update. I let him know how upset it made me. At first, he acted like he didn't understand how it could actually upset me, but he shrugged it off. After I got home from work, I told him I was going to shower, and he sat in the bathroom and asked me questions about the book. Ams and Jams, am I being a child?
No way. You've been working on it for a year.
Are you Ams or Jams?
Should at least be his interest.
Or Jams?
I think that's a very valid point.
Ooh, shots fired.
Oh.
There's abuse in the Every Joke Has a Little Truth studio.
Anyway, no, you're not being a child.
Why should he care about the book she's writing?
Well, he should at least ask about it. Just
Maybe she tells him about it all day, every day, and doesn't leave him the chance to ask a question.
Not if he doesn't even know the plot.
Yeah.
I would probably agree with that if, like, she said he doesn't even know what it's about.
He doesn't even know what kind of book it is.
What's a book you read?
Or the genre.
Yeah.
How do you spell genre?
Genre or something?
Holy shit. Starts with a G.
G, that's what I meant.
Well, you said J.
I know. Genre.
Close.
Braden, is it right?
Genere?
You know what?
It's definitely not
Genre.
Yes.
It's definitely not 3 E's in it. Or
So
J.
what are we? Well, we'll just leave it at that. So should she be? Is she being a child?
I don't think so, but I think give him credit when he came home and said, "Okay, I'm going to put effort into being interested in this." Although it feels a little backhanded, but anytime you have to say, "Hey, I want you to care about the things that are important to me," it's going to feel that way.
Yeah.
So I think that's a rock and a hard spot, but between a rock and a hard place, yes.
Okay. Dear Ams and Jams, warning, very trivial. I have been married to my husband for 10 years and we have 3 young children. We are going to our nephew's birthday party this afternoon. I told him I was going to shower and wash my hair before wrapping the presents. He asked why I didn't wash it last night. I responded that I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week, and secondly, I showered with all 3 kids last night, which means I held the littlest one in my arms for most of it, which is not really compatible with hair washing.
Nor showering, for fuck's sakes.
He seemed annoyed at the prospect of having to watch the kids for 30 minutes or so that I needed to get myself dressed and ready for the party.
Oh, geez.
I was upset by his reaction and his questioning of when and how frequently I wash my hair. I told him how I felt and compared it to if I were to question how frequently he poops, which, for the record, is 3 times a day. He still failed to understand why I was upset and thinks I should have washed it last night. I think I should be allowed to wash my hair this afternoon, given it makes absolutely no difference except he has to watch the kids and he just doesn't want to.
It's not
Yams
watching
and
kids if
Jams,
they're yours.
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are never fucking take a shower again with your children. A, ew. B, he can keep the kids while you fucking shower.
Okay, who are you mad at?
Everybody.
Are you mad at me? I'm
Yes.
just reading it.
Yes.
I just,
Is it weird to take a shower with your kids?
Yes.
it depends on the ages.
Doesn't depend. That's weird.
Look, now, to be fair,
Very strange.
I did pull Piper into the shower with me one time, but that's because Isabel sprayed green dye all over her hair and we were getting ready to go to school.
It's one time. It's one time.
And I stripped
was
her naked
calls.
and pulled her in just so I could hose her off and then kicked her out.
Get out. Close your eyes. Don't look. All right, leave.
While she was naked, I just kicked her out. Said, now
Beat
you're
it.
somebody else's problem. Either just run naked until I'm out or go get dressed. But no, don't shower with your kids to convenient your husband. That's weird, and you should be able to take a shower by yourself. That's a simple fucking human right to be able to shower.
I think you're being petty because he asked you when's the last time you washed it. Who cares?
I would have said none of your fucking business. Like
You wouldn't have said that.
I would have said 2 days ago, and I didn't want to wash it yesterday.
I want to wash it now.
I want to wash it fucking
You know
now.
what? Turns out doesn't matter whether I washed it last night or not because I'm washing it now.
Even if
I
I
think-
washed it last night and I wanted to wash it now,
I could.
I'm
I think
fucking
you're
doing
getting
it.
angry now.
Yeah, she should be angry, and I think you are letting this be more trivial than it should be.
It's not very trivial. He should.
He
be with the
should.
kids.
He
And
should.
it's not watching his kids; it's
Yeah.
taking care of
Oh,
his
I
kids.
hate
being a
that.
parent.
I hate that. I don't want to have to watch the kids.
Well,
Are you a
then
babysitter? Are you being
probably-
paid?
Ugh.
No, you're not watching the kids.
Dear Ams and Jams, it feels weird to even ask this, but because restart, it feels weird to even ask this because I know the answer, but I guess I need the validation. Love these.
I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
I was on the phone with my dad. He asked me what I was up to this weekend, and I mentioned that my friend had a spare ticket to a concert and that we'd be going to the concert together. My dad immediately asks, "Oh, you guys couldn't get a ticket for your husband?" This isn't the first time my parents have asked me about why my husband wasn't coming with me to any event or gathering. I have a bigger social circle than he does, and I tend to go out a bit more. He's a pretty self-contained person, but that's not to say I don't invite him out with my friend group when it's appropriate to do so. When we both have time off, my husband and I are together about 95% of the time. Regardless, my parents keep asking, "What about my husband?" whenever I bring up seeing my friends. I feel like it should be okay, acceptable, and honestly healthy to spend time away from my husband with my friends, or even alone. I'm confused as to why my parents keep questioning me on it. Ams and Jams, am I wrong?
No, I mean, why do you care?
I think
Really,
I think you have to remember that relationships have changed probably since your parents were young, and they're looking at it as when people got married way back in the day. You know, like Denny's first marriage. It was
Just a cool
normal
40 years
for
ago.
every social event to stop. They only did things together because that was looked at as proper. That's not the way things go now. And it is, you're right, it's healthy to have a social life outside of your
but you sound like you're doing
relationship.
it a lot.
Well,
And
and
are you?
the
Because
thing
I
is-
don't know. Maybe you're just
but is the husband okay with it? That's all that really fucking matters.
yeah.
And don't be mad at your parents though, because that's the other side. Just understand that they came from a different era and they're looking out for you and your relationship, making sure that you're
And
aware of how your husband may
I
feel.
need to know: are all your friends guys or
Yeah,
are they
you? Did you go
girls?
to the concert with a chick?
Is this
or
a
dude?
handsome fella that you're going with?
Yeah, like, and they're like, "What about your husband?"
Are you keeping that a secret right now?
Yeah.
Was that conveniently not mentioned?
Does he have a big wiener?
Yeah. Is it,
I think you.
this isn't my friend. This is Brian.
Yeah.
Brian's coming
We've
to the
been friends for
concert.
years.
No,
We've been-
really, he's my cousin. Actually, I've heard that.
You know what?
Hey, you should just know I'm the only one that's giving you my undivided attention. She has a game still going, and she hasn't looked up from her phone.
I have a game just going.
Bullshit. She's looked at it 4 or 5 times.
It's time to talk about one thing I love. Braden, give us one thing you love and one thing you hate.
I love getting home from trips.
Ooh, I agree with
God
that.
damn, I love getting home from.
Yeah.
I have a roommate now, though.
A roommate.
Yeah, I think it's a rodent.
Ooh, we got to take care of that.
I think it weaseled in from my bedroom. I had insulation in my closet.
You definitely have a rodent.
I
hope
can't
it's not
wait to
big.
You just
I
gotta
can't wait to
question how
shoot it with my
big it
40
is.
caliber.
Wait, have you seen it?
No, but I saw where it came in, and the whole.
So it's
was about
still
that
in
big.
your house?
Yeah,
Oh shit!
Audrey will hardly sleep in her bed if she sees a bug.
I know.
that's what Alexis was like. I wish I didn't see its doorway because now
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep.
Brayden, tell us something you hate.
I hate
Was
it.
that
He hates house guests.
Hey, no, it's gonna be fun catching this little fella. I
He's probably smarter than you.
He's
hate
also probably bigger.
not knowing
Sure if
how
it's a
long I
rat.
have with my children.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's always an unknown, in a
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I hate.
You guys get no love and hate this week because you couldn't be bothered with the podcast.
Thank you. It's time to punish them.
Look, I have to
Mute
time
them.
out.
Mute
Time
them.
out. You can't say I couldn't be bothered with the podcast. You had to tell me to stop talking so that we could move along faster. When you said that, it was directed at me.
I hate that I got coloring on this shirt because now it's ruined.
And I love my new puppy.
I want you to edit all that out.
Head on over to thankgodcancersavedourdivorce.com. There's more about us there. And Chico lives.
Nacho took his place.
Y'all crazy bitch.
R-D-I-V-O-R-C-E.
You gotta fight.
Well, we're finally updating this part of the outro. Find us at thankgodcancersavedourdivorce.com. Where else can they find us, Jamie?
You can search on Facebook for Thank God Cancer Saved Our Divorce. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you at TGCSOD.
What's that stand for?
Thank God Cancer Saved Our Divorce.
TGCSOD.
Correct.
That's weird. That actually kind of lines up.
It does.
We'll take it. Thanks.